guys, so I'm just starting off with freshly washed hair, and I'm going to unbraid this side and add my heat protectant. This is Garnier Fructis 48-hour protection. I'm just adding that evenly throughout this section, and then I'm going to take my paddle brush and my handy dandy blow dryer. And this is a really easy step. All you have to do is make sure your hair is dry. It's not really to get your hair straight yet. So just make sure you get the ends of your hair and the roots of your hair as well. They have to be 100% dry, so when you go in with your flat iron, you don't burn your hair and cause any extra damage. So for this step, just make sure you get your hair 100% dry. That's your main goal. Now I'm just moving on to the next section. I'm going to braid this side and keep it out of my way, and this side I'm just going to do the same exact thing, evenly add that heat protectant spray and just blow dry it until it is 100% dry, just dragging my brush straight down and following with my blow dryer. This add-on piece and here I'm just showing you my growth. Look at all that. My hair grew so much since my natural hair journey even started. Okay, now here is just an extra step that I like to do. A lot of people don't do this step, but I definitely like to do it to get some extra, I don't know, I just feel like it's, your end result is a lot straighter. So here I'm just going to tie up the front on the top portion of my hair. I'm splitting it in half. And then with the bottom half section, I'm gonna split it in two. And now I'm just gonna take my blow dryer again, and this time I'm going in with a round brush. And I feel like this just I don't know, I feel like it just straightens my hair a little bit more before I go in with a flat iron. So it takes away some of that frizz. You don't have to do this step perfectly, by the way. I'm doing it really quickly, as you can see. I'm just trying to, my ends really is what I'm focusing on, because my ends got really big, I guess, when I just went in with the paddle brush. So I'm just trying to make it a little bit flatter, so the flat ironing process could be easier. So I'm just gonna braid that and take it out of my way, and do the same thing for the top half, split it in two. And since I have a lot more hair on the top, I'm just gonna split it into smaller sections. Like I said, you don't have to do this perfectly or take forever to do this. Just do it pretty quickly. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna split it how I just split it. I'm gonna do half of my hair on the bottom, and I'm gonna tie the top up. And then I'm going to split those two in half like I did before. And now I'm just going to start taking super tiny sections and taking my very small tooth comb. And I'm just going to be taking, like I said, super small sections. That is like a key to getting your hair as flat as possible with the one pass. Because I do like to do one pass. Like if I mess up, I will go through a second time if I need to. But my goal is to do one pass for every section I do. So like I said, take small sections and chase it with your comb. Now for me, I do not like my hair bone straight, so I just like to do a little tiny curl at the end with my flat iron. It's not a really big curl, but I feel like it adds so much volume for your end result. Make sure you go down as slow as you can, because I feel like the slower you go down, the straighter you get your strands to be, and the less times you have to go over it. So I found that the more time I took my time and I went slow. I did not have to repeat it and go through a second with a second pass. I only had to do the one pass. So make sure you go down pretty slow. It will definitely just give you that straight look. You won't have to go through a second time. You won't have to worry about it. God, I fast forwarded this video. It would have took forever. So I'm just doing this all over my head. As you can see, some of the times, like, my comb slips or my hand slips and I have to do it a second time. But like I said, just try and do that as like little as you can. Make sure you don't go passing it so many times over every strand. Like, if you mess up, go ahead and do it, but it's super important for damage that you only pass once. Definitely make sure you get your roots though. I would pass only on my roots maybe 2 times, because you do not want to see any of those waves or curls throughout the week, and you don't want to keep straightening it throughout the week. So this is just try and get it as straight as possible. Take your time.
Already I'm done majority of my hair, as you can see, looking shiny. And I like to do the twist on the bottom of my hair. I don't like to leave it like bone straight. I do like to do like a little curve, just so I got some that like volume in there. But I'm done majority of my hair, and I just wanted to slow it down and show you how I do the front of my hair. I do want to do the middle part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to part it in 3 sections, in these 2 sections, and I'm going to save this one for last, and I'll be back. Finally on this part, and this part is actually pretty thick because it is going all the way back here. So I just wanted to show you guys how I do it. I do want to have my hair kind of split in the middle, or like so I could just so it could just fall sideways and my layers could fall on my face. So what I'm gonna do is just part my hair like, yep. So I'm gonna just part my hair in half like I've been doing. I've been doing mostly half and half, but I'm just parting it in half right here, and then taking this part, because I'm going to work on the other part first. And I'm just going to twirl it up and put it back. And I'm really sorry if this video is like super long. I just wanted to make sure you guys see everything that I do when I straighten my hair. Okay. So as you guys seen, I've been doing the chasing method, and I'm going to continue to do it up here. But up here I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do smaller sections just so I could get more volume on the front and top of my head. Alright, now I'm going to do these 2 sideways instead of pushing it back. I do not want all that hair in my face. I'm just gonna grab this part. This part I'm not really like parting it as great because I do want some volume, and I do want it to look as I don't know, just flowy and big. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not really trying to part it and make it and go as close to my roots because I do not want that bone straight look, and I know throughout the week it's gonna get straighter. You know, the first day it's always, you have to give your hair like a day or 2 to really get into it, into the style you want, or form it how you want. Okay, so I'm kind of pleased with this. Now I'm just gonna try and like curve this out a little bit more because this is the piece that will be falling in my hair, I mean in my face. So I'm gonna curl it up. I'm gonna try and curve it away from my face. But I'm also not trying to do it like so many times. There we go. I'm getting that little swoop swoop. Anyway, I'm just gonna, you know, push that back and get to the next side. In this first section, I'm gonna be pushing backwards, like trying to drop it backwards. So I'm just gonna lift this section up and grab this section. It's a little big, I'm just gonna split it. And my lips are not wet, so I am putting it in my mouth, but I'm just holding it with my lips, so. This comb chasing method is like really amazing, like especially if you do small sections and you do the comb chasing method, you can definitely get your hair nice and straight with one pass. I know on a couple of strands I did like maybe a second pass, but that's only if, you know, I messed up or my hand moved a little too much or I went too fast. Like this one, I went a little too fast at the ends, so it didn't get as straight as I wanted it to. So I'm just gonna quickly, I'm not gonna go over the whole thing, I'm just gonna go over the part that I think is like messed up and quickly just go over it a second time. Now I know it looks very like choppy right now, but after I like comb it through and everything, it's gonna look a lot better. Okay. Now that this is my last section, it's just going to do exactly what I did last time. I'm gonna split it halfway this way and just try and get that nice flip in the ends of my hair. That one. They look like curls now, but they're gonna drop, of course, like always, so they're gonna look more wavy towards the end of the day. See right there, some of the hair fell out of this flattening iron, so I'm just gonna go over it again, and this time I'm not really gonna chase it too much because I already did that. Okay, see how that came out bad? The bottom on the front part. So what I'm gonna do, see, look at that. Anyway, so for this side, what I'm gonna do to fix it is just grab the part that mostly falls in my face, and I'm just gonna comb it through and do exactly what I did on the other side. I'm just gonna add the flip at the bottom. And I'm gonna try and add it a little bit higher up. Maybe I can get that swoop. I don't know if it's just me, but I always could do the flip perfectly on one side, but on the other side, I can't do it. I don't know if that's just me or what. But yeah, towards the end of the process of when I'm done, I like to just twirl my hair outwards so it could get used to feathering out that way. So I just like to twirl it. I don't have anything in my hands, I don't have any extra product. Just twirling it. I feel like this really helps, like as your hair is cooling down, it helps kind of like set it, even though it sounds kind of crazy, like how the hell is like twirling your hair gonna set it? But box below for any of the products I use. I only use 2 products in my hair, the heat protectant and the deep conditioner. The deep treatment that I used last night and left it overnight, but those are the only things that I use. Of course, I shampooed my hair afterwards, but that's like my basic routine, which you can see in some of my other videos. Hope you guys really like this video, and make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Bye.